Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob, and today I shall be attempting to take this 1987 SAAB 9000 Turbo from shabby to shiny. Now, I have had over 70 cars in my 17 years of driving. Don't ask me how it's possible, but I've never owned a SAAB, and I need to one day. But anyway, let's drill down the centre of the post, just one on this car, remove the flange and tap that hole. Please use lubrication, you do not want to snap your piece in the hole. I've done it twice. And using my very handy vice today, this is what we are playing with. So, a very boxy car. It's kind of, I don't want to say a turbo brick, because that's kind of where the Volvo takes, but obviously the fellow Swedish, red underneath there, 1987 Matchbox SAAB 9000 Turbo, and similar to the Volvo, you know, being a Swedish car, it had some great looks, it had a lot of power, and just they were reliable cars, and they were safe cars. And I think the SAAB, if I remember rightly, was kind of, are they like an aero company designing and making aircraft, and probably something on the side doing a bit of the cars, although unfortunately as a brand SAAB no longer exists, although I think China has bought the name and has either brought it back or tried to at some point. But anyway, let's get into this casting. Lovely interior. SAAB's always had a very interesting interior, and I guess it was kind of taken their inspiration from the aircraft design. But this one's got the opening doors. Some nice little detail on the inside of the doors there. And with the retaining piece, I always keep that to one side so that it doesn't break. It seems so thin, that metal. The window glass, orange in colour, not my favourite, but to be honest, with the final product in my hand right now, it looks pretty cool. And I wasn't going to put on the original wheels. I've got a big bag full of aftermarket wheels now, which I'll put the link down in the description below. But I didn't know at this stage which one I was going to go with, and I've probably got 7, 8, maybe 10 different designs. But there are a few wheel sets that I've been sitting on for a little while and haven't really found the perfect casting for it, and I felt like I did today. So I'm just going through my little wheel package here, seeing what fits. To be honest, I could have used any set of wheels and it would have looked good. But there's a few different sets that I'm kind of working out for other cars. So today I'm going to go with these ones. And to me they look like OZ wheels. I can't remember what they're called, but as a younger man, I think they were called the OZ Superlegra. Someone please comment down below and correct me. But anyway, put the main casting there into some boiling water. You'll see that I've actually cleaned out my foot-long hot dog jar, just so that you can actually see what's going on inside the glass. But with a tablespoon and a little bit extra just for luck, we get this working its magic. And these, recently a couple of people have asked me what caustic soda do I use, who's it by, so I thought I'd show you the kind of the names. So what is that? By Origins is the brand, and this is where it's packed. Obviously it's a a UK company. I buy a kilo at a time, and you got some approved sellers there if you ever want to buy the same. And then if you pause the video, you can actually see what it reads on the back here, but I won't read it all out, but it's there for you to read if you wish. Now you can see already it's been, what, perhaps 30 seconds or so, and the paint is already starting to remove. These newer castings, they do take a little bit extra, so I put it to one side for a couple of extra minutes, and whilst I put in the plastic pieces in some warm water and my very special method of removing the water from the plastic, and that is good as done. Now the interior, the glass needs some extra work. It's got a few little deep scuffs in there, and I'm going to use this auto sole and an earbud or Q-tip, and I put on just a tiny amount and then work it in. I think it was Lee, Time Rider, who mentioned recently the kind of the method really to do this. Now you can quite easily burn through on this, I've found, and I have done in the past, but if you just do it in little circles, and then it kind of, you feel a change, and it was what I learned from Lee's video. As you're basically buffing it out using that little bit of auto sole, you'll start to feel and hear it squeaking, and that's when you stop. I think if you continue past there, you can risk then burning through, and yeah, you've got a bit of a mess. So, you know, I continued doing that, and then eventually it's come out pretty good, I think you'll agree, certainly compared to what it was. And then obviously the dip in the pledge solution is what really makes a difference and making it look brand new again. But now I'm using the metallic black on the base. I didn't strip it. I'm going to be painting this, and it's going to be unseen. I kind of use my wire wool just to take off any little loose piece, but also any and obviously just to put a key on it. And then the main casting there, after probably 5 minutes in that solution, it really did do its magic. Still a little bit of paint hanging on in there, but for the most part I'm very happy with that. And then I'll be using Ella's tool with the wire brush attachment. And then what I did on a recent car, you may have seen my Ferrari, I painted it with this Pound Shop matte silver, and yeah, it cost £1. In America you've probably got dollar stores, and I just literally just put one sweep across this, and it was more so to hide any imperfection, rather than obviously I use this as the base coat or as the primer, and I try to put as thin a coat. And it was only then that I realised that I left the plastic piece in into that caustic soda. Thankfully it didn't damage, but yeah, it could have very well had. And then now what I'm going to do is, well, let this dry for a few minutes and then put on the X23 clear blue. And I did go to the community tab, and I asked, what colour would you like to see this? And people were saying dark blue or black or gunmetal grey, kind of, you know, that dark colour. So I thought, well, Okay, I'll either paint it black, or then I've remembered my these clear blue that I had with the other clear colours that I had, and I thought, well, what I'll do, because of the Ferrari, when I painted that in red and done, you know, various coats, it was a lovely dark red, and I thought I'll do that and I'll get this blue to go the same. But this was it after one coat. And then this was it after two coats, and it's not going very dark, was it? And eventually I actually put on a little bit of gunmetal blue just to really darken it up, and it's got like a kind of speckly effect to it, so it's pretty interesting. But I don't show that, but it is nice and shiny, and everything is ready now to put back together. So as a little reminder of what she looked like, and this is the result. So you can see that I've painted in now the front grille, the front headlights, the front indicators, side indicators, wheels in position, and that paint, it's like I say, so we got with the bare casting, you got silver, matte silver metallic with the blue lacquer, and then a gunmetal which I just speckled on for effect, and it's quite interesting. I think you'll agree. I hope you'll agree. But anyway, just want to say thanks to my patrons. Please leave a like on the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.